hell. Trying to ring a bell, put you in a spell. Yeah, I get my money, yeah, my baby bad as hell. She sent me crazy shit, I can't even tell.
It's finally here. I know a Yeti isn't a particularly high-end microphone, but I've been waiting months now, so it's worth the celebration, definitely. It didn't come with a filter, so I'm rocking the little sock condom here with this droopy little bit. Let's talk about this piece of fucking Trigger warning is what happens when a Redditor doesn't get his gold from a kind stranger. It's what happens when you get banned from the /poll 4chan board. Trigger warning is the future your parents warned about. Ironic Punishment Division is a Cleveland stoner metal band comprised of a one Neil Hess. I wasn't raised on stoner metal, I wasn't raised on doom metal, so this is my first really experience with these genres, and he doesn't capture it at all. Oh, fuck yeah. When you want your persona to be an existentialist deity, you don't want to sound like a whining man-child. And that's one of the first two things that your brain recognizes about Ironic Punishment Division is the whiny, untuned vocals. The second being the very basic instrumentals, which can atone from him playing all the instruments himself. But why this is so low on the list is the subject matter. Like a rich person complaining their house is too big, you can't pitch problems of a majority and expect everyone to feel the same. A recent example would be the Tall Girl movie from a couple of years back.
You think your life is hard? I'm a high school junior wearing size 13 Nikes. Men's size 13 Nikes. Beat that.
Embarrassing. Adjective. Causing embarrassment, leading to a feeling of uncomfortable shame or self-consciousness.
The instrumentals have their own issues, extremely droning, and it's just not interesting at all. This can be atones to this genre, but it's just him holding the same chord. You sort of click back into it 5 minutes into a song and he's still playing it. Honestly, it gave me a headache quicker than Daddy's Boy. In preparation for this review, I listened to Paranoid by Black Sabbath for the first time, and loved it. It was the first culture shock experience I had with music that these are considered the same genre. Unfortunately, that video did remind me of those grown in the wrong generation people, which was great. PogChamp cacodemon motherfucker telling me it rocks more than the ocean floor. Let's check this music video. The music video for Doom Type Essential is actually one of the greatest things I have ever seen. It is without a doubt a worthy contender for being so bad it's good. My jaw was on the floor the whole time at the astounding lack of self-awareness. It was perfect. I think it just looked a lot cooler in his head. It should be this massive scale video of the apocalypse, but it just looks like this dude playing with his action figures. Oh dude, that's epic. Take that, tankies. Out of all of these Rate Your Music episodes, I left the listening session much eager to show something rather than to urge people to stay away. I want everyone to watch this whole thing just to make their day that little bit better. But to reel it back in for a second, the reason this sits so low on the list is the viewpoints it expresses. 2018 was the time to hate social justice. Simpsons did their episode on it, Tumblr was getting blasted, and people on both sides were making absolute fools of themselves parodying the other. I had to reaffirm myself with everything this album is talking about because it does feel so long ago. Carlos Danger was the pseudonym for Anthony Weiner, the underage messaging politician. We have Triggly Puff. What a blast from the past. Within the same 10 minutes, he almost wishes genocide on Islam faith, but then a nice send-off about how the white Christian man is the unspoken victim of the world. Holy shit. I mentioned Black Sabbath earlier because Neil Hess is an Ozzy Osbourne fanboy frontlining a Cleveland cover band for them. That explains that vocal delivery, but it doesn't really explain the hate present and puts it all into perspective. I'm finding very quickly a large amount of the bottom of Rate Your Music is heavily leaning political songs like Take a Knee in episode 4. In that episode I said I really don't like talking about what I think is right and wrong politically because I'm here to judge the song on its own, but the context of production is important on how you can perceive it. And I think the lack of humility is what really makes it disgusting. It's what turns a defense of faith into an attack on others. He wants to protect his daughter and, fuck the pedophiles, fuck Anthony Weiner. This is universal stuff that should bring us together. These aren't qualities of Christianity on its own, it's qualities of human life. Going back to Tall Girl, the premise isn't offensive on its own. What got everyone upset was the scene where the filmmakers challenge you to think of anything worse than wearing men's sneakers as a woman.
13 Nikes. Beat that.
I have cancer.
I got attacked by a shark.
I'm a Mexican in America.
You want to talk about wearing a goddamn 13 size shoe? Bitch, get that shit out of here.
These small-scale dramas work in the confines of their own narrative, but you can't look someone right in the eye and tell them, hey, my shoe is too big, and expect them to feel sorry for you. It's quite a personal thing, and to then challenge others to find things worse, it was just tone deaf, and it collapsed the whole character. So where does trigger warning sit? Compassion is one of my most desired virtues in a person, and the outright lack of that made trigger warning quite an unpleasant experience. Doom Type Essential made me cry of laughter, but like Take a Knee, it represents this deep-rooted hate for other people, faith in this instance, and its instrumentals made a majority of it unlistenable. And for that, it sits third, the worst conventional album I have listened to so far. Thank you for watching episode 6 of the worst of Rate Your Music. I'm sorry for the delay, I am really swamped with uni work, but thanks for stopping by. Until next time, I'll be playing the Insane Trilogy.
With full chainmail points, and I got Pietro. Say the fucking.
He's like fucking just.
And she said, "Is like I'm going to after my dad's."
Said everything.
So I've got 15 minutes. You want to erase?
Oh, mate.